For 3 long years, something was alive inside a man's stomach. It was moving, growing, and coiling deep within him. This wasn't cancer. It wasn't a tumor. It was, for all intents and purposes, a snake. A living, breathing, white serpent that had slipped into his body while he slept in a rice field. And before you dismiss this as a horror movie plot, you need to know this is 100% real. And it's still happening across Southeast Asia right now. Our story begins in 2022. A 48-year-old rice farmer from Central Java, Indonesia, starts feeling a constant, dull pain in his abdomen. At first, he just brushes it off. Maybe it's ulcers from eating cheap street food, he thinks. Nothing to worry about, but then, the nightmares began. He'd dream of something long, slick, and ice-cold crawling through his intestines. A chilling sensation that lingered even after he woke up. Within a single year, he lost over 20 kilograms. His body wasted away, but his belly swelled, stretching his skin as if he were pregnant. Every time he dared to press on it, he swore he felt something shift beneath his fingers. He went to doctors, desperate for an answer. They prescribed antacids. They blamed stress. Some even suggested it was all in his head, a product of his imagination. But he knew better, because every single night, in the quiet of his home, he heard a faint hissing sound. And it was coming from inside his own body. In 2025, his body finally gave out. He collapsed in the field and was rushed to the hospital.
BP is 80 over PELP. Get me Bay 3 now.
Clear the halls, coming through. Fast!
That's when the truth came out. An ultrasound technician was scanning his abdomen when she suddenly froze. There, on the grainy black and white screen, was a long, pale, serpentine shape coiled impossibly through his intestines. And it was moving, slowly, deliberately, undeniably alive. The doctors had to see it for themselves. They inserted an endoscope, a tiny camera on a long tube, down his throat.
We have to terminate the pregnancy.
And what they saw was the stuff of nightmares. A ghostly, eel-like creature, more than 2 meters long, was wrapped tightly around his stomach walls. Its head was buried deep into the tissue, drinking his blood. They identified it as an extreme parasitic infection, a monstrous blend of giant roundworms and sparganum larvae. These parasites can grow to a terrifying, snake-like size when someone accidentally swallows contaminated water or, in his case, sleeps with their mouth open in the fields. The larva had entered his body years earlier, microscopic eggs hiding in a puddle. Over time, they migrated through his system, fed on him, and became this thing. He was immediately sedated for emergency surgery. The operating room was silent as the surgeons began to pull. Meter after meter of the living white serpent emerged from his intestines. It didn't come easily. It fought back, twisting and thrashing, trying to burrow deeper into his body. It even coiled around the surgical instruments, resisting its eviction. Finally, the entire extracted parasite was dropped into a metal tray, and for another 40 minutes after leaving his body, it kept writhing. The farmer survived, but he says he will never, ever forget the sensation of another creature living inside him. A creature that controlled his hunger, invaded his dreams, and for 3 years, owned his life. And this is not an isolated case. In 2025 alone, hospitals in Indonesia, Thailand, and rural Vietnam removed similar white serpents from more than 47 patients.
What is happening? Get back! It's transforming.
Some of them were over 3 meters long. A few patients reportedly woke up mid-surgery, screaming that they could still feel it moving inside them. Right now, as you're watching this, millions of people are sleeping under the stars in the paddies, their mouths open to the night air. Tiny, invisible eggs wait in puddles, on raw vegetables, and in unfiltered water. It only takes one swallow, one breath, and years later, you might just feel it wake up. So the next time you're traveling and think about drinking from an unknown source in the countryside, just ask yourself, is something already moving inside you? Thanks for watching. If this story fascinated you, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more unbelievable true stories. Stay safe out there.